standpoint, because sometimes these games in the tight situations will come down to seconds, and you may need that, although obviously they're keeping it down on the field.
4 minutes. Well, West Bloomfield took a timeout with the to get the extra point, and that may cost them.
James Phillips has the football. Robert Hack brings him down from behind at the 39-yard line. While we are passing out combat pay awards, Mary Bryant has made it up from the truck up to the press box, and Mary could have been at the Michigan State-Iowa game today, but instead she is enjoying the rain right here at Southfield Lathrup. So everybody is, I'll tell you, can't wait for the silver.
Well, it's second, or no, they picked up the first down. It looks like they're going to put together something here to sustain a drive, and that would put West Bloomfield out of the ball game.
Morton will go wide to the right side, and Ura King has the football. They tried to tackle the football that time. King did a good job of holding on to it. He got about a yard or two on the play, and up off the bottom of the stack was Mike Olds, number 45, and now West Bloomfield calls timeout with about 3 minutes to go in the game.
Well, I think they're going to, Coach is going to come out and tell them that they've got to go for the football and cause that fumble.
Well, if it stops raining, and there is Daryl Harper without the umbrella. Go ahead, Frank.
Cable highlights.
Oh, okay. I did not hear that, but if I had heard it, I would have said something along these lines. Learn more from Cable with Cable Highlights. This week, Liz Somerville talks to Tom Wilson, past color commentator for the Pistons. The topic, how does he keep his hair from moving? No, the Pistons' upcoming season on Pass. And Continental is introducing a new channel to their basic service this month. Tune in and find out what channel it is. No, it's not the Rain channel. This week on Cable Highlights, only on LO11, where we bring television home dry to you. Thank you. This is live, but if it hadn't been, it's still been raining, and we still been getting wet, and that's it. We don't. Well, again, Frank, we're very grateful that there's this much up here for us.
I think West Bloomfield, they talked during the timeout. They had to be saying, you've got to tackle the football. You got to go for arms, try to get a turnover, and let's get ourselves another score and see what happens.
Garagosian hands it off to Phillips, and he is tripped up. But it eats up time, and he gets a couple 3 yards. Mike Olds was there and on the stop, number 45. It looks as if, because of the weather conditions, unless we can get somebody up here, going down on the field to do our postgame may not be in our best interest.
Well, I think both teams are probably going to get off the field as quickly as they can afterwards, so they don't get a cold or something, because of the elements. But I think the important thing right now is to hang on to the football. They've been keeping it simple, and you're going to see those West Bloomfield tacklers trying to strip the ball.
Second about 5. Garagosian hands it off to Phillips again. And he is brought down again by Tom Michaud, and he is probably our defensive standout of the game. And if we have to have an offensive standout of the game, and we will, it's got to be Ura King. King, an outstanding performance, both from a running back spot and a wide receiver spot. And there we are up in the press box. As you can see, this is not old-fashioned wood or anything. They're just not done with it, but fortunately they put it up. And
I think it's kind of rustic, and I like it.
Yeah, that's what Abe Lincoln said when he thought he was moving into a condo.
That's right, and this is Abe's condo, but right neighborhood anyhow. But we have a nice situation here with, 4th down. They're going to go for the block the punt. They're going to try to keep that thing alive and pick it up. And, West Bloomfield's playing to win this game. We're concerned about the rain, and they're concerned about winning. And Coach Kopech is down there giving them what he wants done when the ball is put back into play.
Tom, I was going to say Joe Brandell kept a lot of Dom's staff, by the way. Craig Blackwell's here, and in fact, one of the assistant coaches is named Tom Harden. And Craig Blackwell and Bill Mason, and so the group is back. Garagosian is running on 4th and a lot, and he is going to be brought down by number 77, Rick Liddell. But now West Bloomfield will take over the football with about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and a touchdown would get him closer.
Well, I think Coach Harper wanted him to run the football and get the clock started, and he I don't know if he got out of bounds or not, but this is just to eat up time. I don't think he's really looking to throw that football. And they didn't get him out of bounds, and you know, we don't have a clock here to know whether they started it, but the defense is backed way up, anticipating.
Harden sacked for the first time. Joe Mauney got him, 79. Richard Harvey pressure on him as well. That's the first sack on either side today, Frank, and so that also shows the poise of both quarterbacks.
Well, I think that the defense for Southfield Lathrup has loosened up so much they're going to have to hit something short and then maybe get as much as they can with the run.
Sideline, he overthrew Linnell across the way, or rather Nakashire across the way. And, you know, among the performances that we must highlight, and that is Mark Nakashire, who, again, if the statistics are correct, made his first varsity reception today and did a great job of coming back to the football, helping Tom Harden out.
Well, Mark is a very active young man in the school, and it was bothering him quite a bit being a bench sitter, because he's very positive and a very successful person in whatever he does. And given the opportunity, I knew Mark would come through and have this kind of afternoon.
About a minute and a half to go in this one. See who Harden will try to throw it to. Fine catch. Did he hang on to the football? Joe Laverty across the way at about the 42 or 43 yard line. And Yorick King, or rather was Scott Lewis over there to knock him out of bounds.
Well, they're trying to moving pocket, the sprint out. Joe Laverty's open. He has the ball, but then he drops it. And, you know, West Bloomfield's in a very desperate situation with a 4th down and 15 yards to go. I think Lathrop has got this one pretty well under control. Except so did U of M against Miami, didn't they?
Yeah, a little different situation here, though. They were playing on artificial turf, and it was dry. And Tom Harden is going to throw it up for grabs, and Ernest Kellen has it bounce in and out of his chest there. And really hard to hold on to the football because it was gathering raindrops as it flew. And so let us, as Lathrop takes over the football again at the West Bloomfield 34-35 yard line, thank the coaches and the athletic directors, and Daryl Harper. They are both the coach and athletic director at Southfield High School, or Southfield Lathrup High School, I'm sorry, and also to Joe Brandell and his staff at West Bloomfield. And George, 1.5 minutes left in the game. George Heitch, the brand new athletic director, who I happened to meet the other day, a young and enthusiastic young man, keep Plakus on his toes, and so we thank all of them for their assistance, and also the, you know, to say behind every good man, and of course Sue Voss at Lathrop behind Daryl Harper, and Jill Aldrich behind George and all the coaches at West Bloomfield. So
well, I think the game ball should go out to the Southfield Lathrop line. When we had them 2 weeks ago, the Lathrop skill players, King and Phillips and Aragosian, just didn't have the opportunity to show their skills because they were constantly under pressure. I think in the last 2 weeks that line has matured and has developed to the point where they're giving the skilled people time to do things, and Lathrop's playing very good football right now.
We are going to try, if it's not raining down there, I think we could try to get down on the field and talk to a couple of the players, and Yorick King is one of them. We'll probably see if we get a chance to talk to Yorick and maybe Daryl Harper if they will stick around for us down there, because we do have a little time. And we want to thank all of you for watching, and don't forget, down next week we will be at Wisner Stadium. Marty Garagosian puts his knee down. About 15 seconds to go, and so we're going to try and motor our way down on the field. Maybe if John Menzo can grab number 33 and head coach Daryl Harper, and as they congratulate each other, we'll leave you very quickly and tell you that our final score is the Southfield Lathrup Chargers 18, the West Bloomfield Lakers 9, and we're going to go down and find a dry spot for our post game, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. Down, and this man is drenched. The roof does leak, but the roof out here leaks even more. Are you guys back now? Would that be a fair assessment?
So. That's 2 games in a row we've played, and the defense is playing football now, and we're very happy about the defense. The offense will be there if we keep executing.
one of the things that you did late in the first half when the clock was running down is you pulled out, you put York into the pass pattern, and then you brought in Brian Wyndham.
We went into our 2-minute drill. We wanted to throw the ball, outs and stuff, and they came up on the 2 outs to him, so we threw the out and up, and it was gone.
I asked you about finding a running back, and you said, well, now with a 23 or 24-man roster, are we going to see a little more of Brian Wyndham in the backfield?
Yes, I'm sure we will.
Okay.
James Phillips played an outstanding game. He was hurt the whole week, and he came back and played both ways. We're happy with James today.
So a good turnaround game for you. I know it came under some rather crazy conditions, but
my voice is gone. The rain got me wet, but it was a great job. Great win for us.
Daryl, congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
luck the rest of the way. Daryl Harper, a very happy man, and here's one of the guys that makes him that way.
Urge King. Urge had a big ball game today. They switched to running back Urge, and how did it feel to get the ball early instead of going out and receiving it?
Well, it was good. Duran Stevens got hurt, so I knew I had to fulfill his shoes, and we need another running back. So I just put my mind into it. I figured I can play running back, so I make the best out of it, and it worked out great.
You still looked the most comfortable when they went to that passing series and you got the ball out in the open where you can maneuver and use those quick feet. Do you still like being a receiver a little bit better?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season I wanted to be a back, but then once I got into the custom playing receiver, I liked it. I've had some pretty good games. So, this first game I played back. So when I went back to receiver, I was really comfortable. And our coach came back, 2-minute drill, and outstanding plays. He sent me a motion both ways, and then we did the outs, and then next thing you know, he called the out and up, and it was wide open. Great call.
You also in the defensive secondary, you probably put a lot of attention on Mike LaFave. You guys did a great job of shutting him down. What did you do special for him?
Nothing really. We just worked hard. We told our secondary to just stay back, stay in your zones, play where you're supposed to be. And our defensive line put a lot of pressure on it, and our defense is really coming together. And the line is what made the secondary look good. We just made our coverages, and they put pressure on the quarterback.
Well, another thing I noticed since we had the Groves game is the offensive line is a lot better than it was a couple weeks ago. As a back, it gives you an opportunity to show your skills and that stuff. Who's really come along on that offensive line?
Everybody. We've made a couple of changes, and a couple of people have really came, and they're ready to play now. I think if we can get a couple of breaks by other people, we can make a run for that league championship because we're not out of it yet. But, the line is just coming along great. They're working hard at practice every day. I give it to them. I got to go in the locker room and congratulate them now because they did a great job today.
Okay, thanks a lot, Yurich. Had a great ball game.